What's up, YouTube? It's Ask the Young One with CreateHigherVibrations.com. Today I wanted to make a quick video and touch on a subject that I get a lot from people, especially in the support groups and people that have done a lot of the healing but still don't feel good enough, still don't feel complete. And so I wanted to touch on this video and just remind everybody, like, to really embrace this fact, like embrace this, because this is the only way you're going to truly understand, is to actually embrace this. And what I'm saying to you is you are perfect, whole, and complete. Like, you are absolutely complete as you are right now in this moment. You are absolutely complete. You are absolutely perfect, but you may not be done yet. That's the thing that we have to understand, is we are perfect as we are in this moment, but we may not be done yet. We still may have a lot of growth to do. We still may be at rock bottom and working our way up, but we are still perfect and whole and complete as we are. And it's just a process, and making sure we embrace this as a process and understanding that it is a process to get to where we want to go, because even once we get to where we think we want to go, there's going to be more, and then there's going to be more. There is no limit to how far you will grow in this growth. Like, you're literally an infinite being that will continue to grow and grow and grow until you reach that ultimate state. And this isn't about this isn't about going out and making lots of money and going out and being this. It's about the growth of our soul, the growth of our being, and who we are as people, and really functioning from that place. And then all the rest of that stuff, all the rest of that materialistic, superficial shit is gonna come. Like, you know, of course we need these things, and it gets through our everyday life. But a lot of times when we don't embrace the fact that we are already there, and we are already whole and complete as we are, and just understanding that it's not a finished product, and it's a process, and it's got to take going from either rock bottom, or if we're halfway up the mountain, whatever it may be, for us, wherever you are in that process. So the thing is to not allow outside things to take that away from you, to not allow shame to not allow you to talk and speak who you are, to not allow, you know. And I want to touch on that real quick too, because when we feel shame about our journey, when we feel shame about who we are, and when we feel shame about what we've experienced or anything else, we're feeding that shame. If we're keeping it quiet and keeping it buried inside of us, we're feeding that shame. That's what it wants. So we have to start talking about it. We have to get it out there. We have to not be ashamed of who we are, and embrace that we are whole and complete, and we're doing it the best that we can. And we understand, and we've embraced it, the fact that it is a process, and we've embraced the fact that it's going to go until the day we die, and then it's going to go beyond. And you know, that's what we have to embrace, like it on a deep level in this soul, like in here, like feel it in here, like feel it in your body, like it's a process. And so I wanted to touch on that and just remind people, because I get that, I see it so much, like not feeling good enough. I don't feel complete. I need this to feel complete. I need external things to happen in order for me to feel whole and complete. That's going in resistance and opposite, and ignoring what is already within, which is already that you are these things. And then understanding that it's a process, it's a journey. We're already there, but we're just not finished. We're going to always be working on this. It's always working on this craft of being the best being that we can. But it takes embracing that within ourselves. And you know, it's what's going to help us get to where we want to be, or help us get to doing whatever we want to do. Like, I've had people contact me or message me on different things, and they want to coach, but they don't feel good enough yet, or they don't feel they're complete yet, and they want to do these things, and instead of recognizing that they're already whole and they're already complete, just not finished yet, they don't realize that they're already good enough to do it. You know, to do what you want to do. whatever it may be. There's people I talk to that they want to start a business, but then they don't feel good enough. Then they run into fear, and they're too afraid to risk things. Well, when you don't risk things, you're actually risking everything. So when you choose to not invest in your self-care or invest in a good coach or good therapist, when you choose to not do those things because of the risk, then you're literally risking everything. We can't, it's like, it's very hard to do these things on your own. Like, you need support, you need surrounded by positive people, you need inspiring people around you, you need to fulfill these things. Sometimes we lift each other up. That's what having a group of inspiring people that have their tools and their traits, and some are stronger than others, and they use that together because they want to lift each other up. They want each other to succeed. And when you surround yourself with those people, and and you're around that, it's a fabulous, amazing thing. But the thing is, back to the people that want to coach or want to write a song or want to open a business or whatever it is, they think that they'll talk themselves out of it and not feel perfect enough to do it. You're never going to be perfect enough to do these things. You just have to do it, and just go for what you want to do. If you're feeling stuck somewhere, it's literally a sign of being afraid to make the next move, or being afraid of what could happen if this don't work. That's called needing to know and wanting to live in that comfort of knowing that's impossible to create what you may be wanting to create if you're attempting to start a coaching business, or you want to start any business, or you want to put together an app that gives back or service or whatever. Whatever it is that you're out there trying to do, don't think that there's too many of it. One of my mentors that I watch, he made a couple of good examples of this, and it's like, when Steve Jobs decided to create another iPhone, he didn't go, oh gee, there's already too many iPhones out there or too many cell phones out there, and then just back off and not do it. No, he went in and he did it, and he did it big. So you can do the same thing, and that's what I'm trying to get across in this video, is to recognize that you are already whole and complete, and just, you have to embrace it. And here, you got to feel it, and you got to let this happen for yourself, and just flow with yourself and do it, and don't let these past experiences hold you back. Now, I understand a lot of people are going to be in different places, and the goal is to just do it. This shit is life changing when you begin to just do it, and you face these fears. The best way to get through that fear is to do it. So it can be from anything to wanting to do this, or wanting to coach, or wanting to leave a narcissist, or wanting to whatever. The first step is getting past being afraid of being uncomfortable, because it's going to be uncomfortable, and that is where you are going to shine, in that complete uncomfort, in that complete unknown. That is where your magic is going to start happening. That is where things are going to come together. So I wanted to make a quick video and touch on that. I hope it inspires people, whatever it may be. The main goal is to embrace that you are absolutely perfect, whole and complete as you are right now, and you are just continuing the process of getting deeper into that. And whether you're at rock bottom in the hole, or you're already up there at the top of the hill, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be a process, and it doesn't change whether you're good enough. If you're at rock bottom, you're still good enough. If you're at the top of the mountain, you're still good enough. If you're at rock bottom, you're still worthy. It doesn't matter. That none of that changes. The only thing that changes is up here, and this is where we got to change that. Like, we have to really work on this prefrontal cortex and really start changing these neuro pathways in our own head, to get rid of these thoughts that create experiences, that create thoughts that create experiences. Like, this is how we rearrange these things, and we embrace it in here in our hearts, and start working this stuff out of our bodies. So I hope this video helps. If it does, please like, please share, subscribe. I've gotten like 15 new subscribers since the last video, so I'm extremely grateful for that, and I appreciate every single one of you. And keep going, just keep going. You know, keep working towards becoming your greatest self, and keep doing what you're doing, and just make sure you embrace all the beauty that is in you, and that is where it's going to happen. So with that, I will go, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Namaste.